We thought that we had known what cold was when the winter first began, but when a strong northerly wind commenced, having passed over either a frozen sea or sheet of snow, then we really felt how hard it could freeze. Even the Eskimo kept within their snow huts, and we could not venture beyond the shelter of our snow wall without instantly having our faces frostbitten. It was not till the last day of November that we entirely lost sight of the sun, and the long Arctic night commenced. But the night of that region cannot be compared to the dark, gloomy nights of more southern climes. Overhead, the sky was generally beautifully clear, and the moon and stars shining on the snow gave a light scarcely less bright than that of the day. About noon, also, there was always a twilight, and in clear weather a beautiful arch of bright red light was seen over the southern horizon. Besides this, the aurora borealis frequently lighted up the sky with its brilliant hues, like some magnificent firework on a grand scale. I watched a very beautiful aurora one night in the southwest, which extended its glowing radiance as far as the zenith. Fancy a bright arch suddenly bursting forth in the dark blue sky, sending up streamers of many hues, orange, crimson, and purple, while bright coruscations were emitted from it, completely obscuring the stars in the neighborhood. 2 bright nebulae afterwards appeared beneath it, and about 2 o'clock it broke up into fragments, the coruscations becoming more frequent and irregular till it vanished entirely. Even during the coldest weather, provided there was no wind, we could enjoy ourselves in the open air. But the slightest wind made us feel a smarting sensation all over the face, with a considerable pain in the forehead. We could not touch our guns in the open air without our mittens, and when by accident one of us put his hand to anything iron, felt as if it was red hot, and took off the flesh exactly in the same manner. We were very comfortable in our house, but we had to make some alterations. We found it better to stop up the chimney of our stove, to use the same sort of lamp as the natives, which we were able to do, as we were well supplied with seals and walrus. The Eskimo used to hunt the walrus throughout the winter, and would frequently venture out to sea on floating masses of ice to attack them, trusting to the wind to bring them back again with their prize. When the walrus is struck near the edge of a floe, the hunter fastens the line of his harpoon round his body and places his feet firmly against the hummock of ice, in which position he can withstand the very heavy strain of the struggling animal. Seals are taken in a less dangerous way, but one which requires very great perseverance. As seals require to breathe, they have to make holes in the ice for this purpose, and the Eskimo watch for them as they are thus employed. Immediately that a man discovers by listening that a seal is working beneath the ice, he builds a snow wall about 4 feet in height to shelter him from the wind, and seating himself under the lee of it, deposits his spear lines and other implements upon several little forked sticks inserted into the snow to prevent the slightest noise being made in moving them when he wanted. He also ties his own knees together with a thong to prevent any rustling of his clothes. To ascertain if the seal is still at work, he pierces through the ice with a slender rod of bone with a knob at the end of it. If this is moved, he knows that the animal is at work. If it remains quiet, he knows that he has deserted the spot. When the hole is nearly completed, the hunter lifts his spear with its line attached, and as soon as the blowing of the seal is distinctly heard, and the ice consequently very thin, he drives it into him with the force of both arms, and then cuts away the remaining crust of ice to enable him to repeat the wounds and to get him out.